Hey, hi, welcome in, guys. I'm here with the wonderful Sweetscarletfae, also known as Scarlet, also known as my girlfriend.
Hi, sorry if you heard me drink water. I'm a thirsty girl.
We are both going to be using the same exact microphone, so this same exact PNG will be reacting to both of us. We are two-person, one mind, apparently, now.
Yeah, if Jelly has anything to say, but Jelly's been calling us by each other's names all
Constantly.
day. He'll just like, Mish, and then look at me, and then go Scarlet, and then look at Mish. It's been a mess.
It's been a thing. Two-person, one mic.
Oh no, Millie.
Hello, Millie.
I'll crush you in repo for saying that.
I do a lot of that with the other people. Yeah?
Squint suspiciously?
Squints?
Hello?
Hello? Alright, but we are going to be doing randomized tier lists today. Some historical, some just plain nonsense. And
I'm the history influence.
I'm the nonsense.
I think everyone figured that one out.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah. Oh, call people by their name. Gotcha.
Okay, I thought you were talking about two persons, one mic. And I was like,
Like, okay, you do you, girly. That's up to you. But
let me pull up my little cheat sheet for some of these to make sure I have the dates correct.
Roger.
I usually do. I'm
Yeah.
really good at this, I promise.
Mhm.
It's, you know.
Two separate thoughts. Done box.
Ban, Millie.
Click ban. Banned from David Buster's. Alright. But anyways, let's pull this up and let's get started. We might not get through all of them. It depends how we're feeling. This is for goofs and for the Albathon reward. So the first one we're starting with is historical fashion. And we're starting with this image.
So this is 1850s menswear.
Honestly, I'm kind of vibing with it. I'm looking at that coat in the green and I'm saying that kind of fucks. Is it the most spectacular fashion? No, but I'd say that's A or B tier.
I want everyone to like look at their little shoes, how like their pants really hang low. That was like a thing. That was a fashion thing.
Why are their feet so tiny?
Because it's a drawing. Because it's trying to show like what the favorite silhouette is. It's like that nice curvy chest, slim waist, long legs, and tiny feet.
Tiny feet.
Yeah, some men padded their chest out and their calves.
Oh, so they wanted the moves.
Not quite. It was less of a moob and more of like a mound.
A mound.
A singular mound, like a uniboob type thing.
Oh, so...
It's,
gotcha.
Yeah. Kind of like the pigeon breast for women, except for this one's a little low.
Yeah. I was like, it kind of looks like it looks like, you know, those, in, like, Disney and DreamWorks and stuff like that when they're trying to make, like, it clear that an
oh my god!
Is
yeah!
as just a female.
Disney would say this is a female.
Disney would say this is a female. I'd say it's A or B tier, honestly. I'm kind of vibing with it.
Yeah, I would say 1850s for men is, like, I really like mid-Victoria men's clothes.
Gotcha. Would you say that's
I really like... I agree. I would say it's B tier.
B tier?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright, we're gonna pop that in B tier.
Slay.
Alright, second one. I'm kind of vibing.
Do you know what era this is?
It's 1890?
Yeah, can you try to guess what year it is exactly?
1897? I don't know.
You're so close. It's actually 1895.
Woo! This is the Scarlet era. It is.
This is part of my era, yes. So I'm gonna say right away it's S tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with S tier too. I genuinely, like, I'm not entirely vibing with polka dots, but when it comes to the silhouette,
Yeah,
I'm
the
very
silhouette.
vibing with it.
I
like it.
You actually see puff sleeves constantly just come back in fashion, and every time there's puffy sleeves, the skirt has a slight poof to it, but it's a little bit more straight lined than other eras.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. We even see it in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm kind of vibing with
1980s.
Yeah, I like it. Alright, we're collective S tier.
Yeah.
Yo. Alright,
So this is a fashion trend. So it was very in fashion to put taxidermied birds on hats. I think for me personally, in general, I think it's amazing and I love it, so I think it's S tier. I wouldn't actually put birds on hats in real life. I would never actually do that. I would only have taxidermy if it's old and vintage. I don't like modern fur trade or taxidermy.
I gotta go A tier, because, like, I'm not a big person on hats.
Oh,
But at the same exact time, the sheer ridiculousness
Yup,
of this.
that's why I
is
love it. I think
kinda-
it's just how ridiculous
it's so
it is.
ridiculous. Alright,
Yes.
yeah. You wanna do, like, right there?
No, just straight up an A. I don't like in-betweens.
Gotcha.
We gotta have a solid, like,
Gotta have a
answer.
solid answer.
This is going smoothly. We're gonna argue at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we're gonna reach a point.
So this is also me era.
This is the,
You don't like my Edwardian stuff? I'm gonna hurt you.
I think it's beautiful when you do it. But it's just...
I have a dress like that.
You do, and it's lovely on you.
Yeah.
I just don't like that... It's so
I think
floofy.
it's S tier, because I wear that stuff. I love it.
Just,
What do you think?
I think it's B.
Okay, let's put it in A as a compromise?
No, we can do it in S. Because
No.
this is
No. We have to agree.
Are you sure?
Yup, that's
Okay.
the rules. I made them up right now.
Okay. Yeah, you just know me. I'm just like, floofy flouncy like that, isn't
I know.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, I think you're gonna have that opinion on a lot of these.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right away. So, the last dress was 1900s BT dubs. This one is 1800, about a longer time ago. I can't do math. I'm not gonna even try.
Is this underwear?
No. It's not.
It's just this is outerwear. Ugh.
Yep. There's a fashionable trend to make very, very sheer dresses. This is Empire waist. This is Regency Bridgerton. I hate Empire dresses. They're bottom tier.
Bottom
I
tier.
hate them.
This is E.
I
I
don't-
fucking hate Empire waists.
This is my own anger. I don't like them.
They're
I-
awful.
I think they're really ugly.
they're ugly as hell. I'm sorry. Empire
I
waists.
think they
suit
look
no
very
one.
good on very specific bodies.
It's very very specific bodies and not a lot of them.
We're gonna argue this in like 2 seconds.
That's
Called
fair.
out.
Called out. Alright. Then we got this strapping young lad.
I believe that would be. Let me check my cheat sheet because I don't want to get them
this
wrong.
is also kind of Regency-ish era, right? Or am I totally
Yes,
off the mark here?
1809, just like the other dress.
Honestly, men's fashion during that era, it's a double-breasted. It's got the
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got the fashion. It gets a boobs,
They have
it's
the
got little
front-falling pants.
pantaloons.
Yeah, that he can unflap that and his pee just be out.
Just for that, I gotta say S tier.
Yeah, S tier.
Free to waggle.
Actually, fun fact, it was harder for men to use the bathroom than it was for women because there was a lot more layers. Like, he had to, like, undo a lot more stuff.
Okay.
Women just kind of lifted their skirts.
Honestly, men should suffer more. I say that's S tier.
Alright, can you guess what era this is from if you can't see it on the picture?
Oh, absolutely not. This seems like, it seems like closer to 1860s, 1870s? But I'm completely...
No.
No. But no, wait, 1700s.
Yep, 1793.
Gotcha. I was like, ugh.
I am not a fan of this, but I don't think it's super ugly either.
I'd say it's C. It's like, it's very pretty and it's very flouncy, and I love that the tits are kind of hanging out.
Of course.
Not-
Lesbian.
not
Okay.
Not in the lesbian way,
Okay.
but just, it feels like it would be very
Wow.
free.
Well, we know what
It'd
Mish
be-
is after.
It'd be very comfy.
We know what Mish
It
wants.
would be comfy.
Okay. Well, I think it's like a solid like mid-ground. Like I think it's a C.
Yeah, I'd agree with C because it's
I
like I'm not
started my sewing era in this time period.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think my issue is I don't like high class 1700s wear. I like middle class to low class wear for this time period.
Yeah, I would agree because even though those are a little bit kind of like the flouncy-ish, it's the structure. It's kind of
Like there's like the same shape for lower class, but like it's I don't know, something about this time period. I don't like it as much, especially for like high class. Yeah.
It's also
It's
the
too
wigs.
fancy for me.
And
I think the wigs really do it in for me. I think like certain ruffles just look kind of blah in my brain.
yeah, it's just not really the vibe.
Made her very tiny.
There's a reason that they ended up bringing the guillotine into fashion, and it's because of this fashion.
Ooh, I don't know anything about this.
Okay. I wish that I had more just forefront knowledge about this time period, but this was the Ming Dynasty. It was after the... So I've got 3 in a row that are kind of like from the same exact kind of thing. So China fell under Mongol rule, and then in 1368 they returned to like interior Chinese rule. And so a lot of the customs and the heavily kind of Mongol-inspired designs and silhouettes ended up being returned to kind of fashion from beforehand. And honestly, from I actually have made a dress that's kind of similar to this. I don't exactly have kind of like this upper flap to it, but it's kind of I've made a skirt kind of similar to this, and honestly, I think that it fucks. The textiles, the comfort.
Yeah, they're really pretty. I like that.
Yeah. I honestly say that, I'm gonna say that one's an A tier just because I've never been the biggest fan of kind of like the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say that should be an A tier.
Yeah.
I like it. It's pretty.
It's really pretty.
I don't know jack about, like, Asian fashion.
Yeah. It's kind of that one thing of, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a drama girly. And it's weird because they mishmash all of the time periods and everything of Chinese and like dynastic fashion together.
The only thing I know is from like what I've seen for like the first like 20 episodes of Apothecary Diaries.
No, that's fair. That's fair. This one I think is super comfy. I like this. I think that it's very neat. It's very similar to what I've made. This was when it fell under Mongol rule, so a lot of the kind of thicker clothing, the multiple layers, the heavy embroidery, the kind of a lot of the design aspects were heavily inspired by Mongol faction.
I'm not like a big fan of the look of it though compared to the other one personally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would you rate it?
Probably like a B. Just based on like my own tastes. But I don't know anything about this time period as well, so.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm an A, but it's kind of like A. You know what I mean? So let's put it under B. I agree with you on that front.
Because I like the one that we put in A a lot more.
Yeah. This one's Song Dynasty. It's when foot binding was a thing. It was a lot more like flowy layers, not really accentuating a lot of things, and I think that it's kind of awful.
Yeah.
I'd give that one a C, maybe a D.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not really vibing with how the layers look and the structure of it all.
I would say a B because it just looks really cozy.
That's fair.
So some of the layering is a little interesting.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But I think it's really cool, some of like how they did layering. Kind of makes me think of like a flower at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll give it that. Yeah, it kind of does look like a flower, doesn't it? Middle ground, say C or keep it at B?
I mean, I said keep it at B.
Alright, cool. Ooh.
Hahaha, back to my Western bullshit.
This...
Let me look for this dapper gentleman.
I don't know. It's giving same kind of vibe as Regency, but I know that it's not Regency. It's definitely not.
Let me double check. Oh my god, what year was this? They're not very good at...
I wouldn't know.
These little cards don't have like the years on them.
More freedom PPs, but I like the other one more. Same. I don't know. Just like the silhouette of the first one.
I think that's like
nicer.
I think that's 1820s ish.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh well. No, I think that's 1830s. That's 1830s, yeah.
I'm not really vibing with the high collar, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the colors were really nuts.
Yeah.
But that's like a formal wear that colors like that weren't very typical. So like, if y'all ever seen Muppet Christmas Carol, think of Gonzo's fit.
Gotcha.
That's what he'd be wearing. Same with the guy that wrote the Christmas Carol. Who was that?
Charles Dickens?
Charles Dickens. This is the crap he'd be wearing.
Yeah, I'm still giving it a C. I'm not a big fan of it.
I really love, like, I would say maybe a B for me. Because I like the high-waisted, like, tailcoats and stuff. I think it's a lot more flattering than modern suits. Like, I want to see men wear this.
I would prefer this over modern suits, I guess.
Yeah. Where do we want to put this one?
Let's do B, because I'm neutral towards it.
Okay.
So we can put it in the high neutral.
Tee-hee-hee. Here comes the next one.
I hate this.
What era do you think this is?
I don't know.
Give a wild guess.
1830s?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's 1830s. What? Yeah, it's 1830s.
No, awful. D. I hate it. I don't like the sleeves that
Yeah,
poofy,
once
and it's just
again,
freaking
we have like the poofy
big,
sleeves
awful.
with the skirt that's slightly large. This is like
And the rough.
like the new Nosferatu movie. This is the time period that's supposed to take place.
Yeah, no, that's awful. That's a D for me, huh?
I am not a huge fan of those sleeves. I think they're cuter when they're on the shoulder, but they're off the shoulder and it just kind of looks very odd.
It looks like a cream puff in a bad way.
Yeah. Imagine this is what your fashion is. I would say maybe a D.
Yeah. Okay, we're in agreement on D.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
I don't hate it, but like,
Oh no, I hate it.
like it's very much like a no for me.
Yeah, no, that's kind of awful. This is, I believe, 1300s Mongolian traditional wear. I love it. I think it's simplistic, it's good for walking around, it's warm, it's got that really neat embroidery. I like it, personally. It looks comfy as hell. I gotta give that one an S. That looks like a great day wear in the
Yeah,
winter.
honestly, yeah. I like the pointy hat.
Pointy hat. Alright, S tier?
Yes.
Yeah. The Mongols are winning again. Okay. Ooh. I kind of like this era. This
What
is
do you
1920s, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I like it. I think that it would be really comfy.
I am not a fan of 1920s. I hate the boxy look.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's weird because I would never wear it, but I like the look of it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 1920s. It doesn't look good on me. I think that's part of like my qualms for it.
Gotcha. I'd give it an A. I like it. What do you think?
Oh, no, I'd probably give it a D.
Compromise in C?
Sure. I don't like 1920s.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's kind of evil to me.
I think I grew up on Thoroughly Modern Millie, so I ended up kind
You
of liking
did.
the fashion.
And just like her in that movie, my necklace would also fall between my chest.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and mine would be totally fine.
Yep.
Alright, this is Qipao. This is actually one of Throughout the Ages. I believe that it started to go into popularity around... Oh shoot, I don't quite remember. It was after World War I believe, or at least the fall of the last,
Oh.
like...
So like the 19-teens.
Yeah, it's in the 19-teens.
Which is, wait, this is where history collides. So around that time period, the 19-teens, we're getting a lot of dresses cut on the bias, which is 1930s dresses.
Yeah.
You know where they got that from?
Where?
China. Because they cut their dresses on the bias.
Yeah.
You can see it on the sparkly one. Like, there's a slight give to the fabric.
Yeah.
It's cut on the bias.
Yeah, because this one's the oldest, this one's the next oldest, and then this one's a modern version of the Qipao. I'm kind of like, I think that it's very pretty. I don't think that it's the prettiest, but I think that it's very pretty and elegant. At least as when they don't like over-sexualize it in media.
Yeah.
But I'd give it an A or a B. What do you think?
Yeah.
A or B?
Let's go with A.
Okay. Oh, modern suits.
Yep, 1920 suits. The modern suit actually starts in 1900. And then from there it becomes our modern suits today. And I think they ruined suits for men, because look how fun those suits used to be. Like, still, even in the 1920s, look how fun.
Baggy. I think
Yes,
they're fun
I'm
to
not a
wear,
big
and
fan
when
of the
they're-
bagginess, though.
When they're made to fit and they're like well tailored to
Yeah.
you, I think that they can look nice. Cause like I gotta say, I fucks in a good suit. But
What
I
did you
think-
just say? What did you say?
I fucks in a good suit.
Okay.
I think I look good in a good suit. Like when it's well structured and it's tailored to you and it looks nice. A suit looks attractive on a guy.
Okay.
But these are just baggy, and I think that they look kind of awful.
Yeah, I think honestly, I hate modern men's suits. I put them on there for rage bait for myself.
I'll agree with you on that one. I don't think those ones look entirely well. They don't look like they're tailored to the individuals on there. Exactly, it needs to show more tit. No, this guy straight up Friday Night Funkin' it. What's with those bottoms?
Can you guess what time period that is?
I feel like 1700s. 1600? 16, 17?
1500s-ish.
1500s?
Yep, that's Tudor era.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Tudor.
Tudor.
You got them big pantaloons and the big ruffled collars.
I'm sorry, that just, it's not doing it for me.
No.
I gotta give it a D.
Yeah.
Like, I love it when a man fucks like that, but maybe just...
He's got them big birthing hips.
Yeah, he's got them big birthing hips, and it just doesn't
You
tailor
know, like in
right
cartoons
on
where
the
they
bottom.
draw, like, the parents and, like, the mom, she has, like, a very robust body and she has tiny little legs.
Yeah, that's that.
That's him.
Awful. He's hiding his ass. Yep, exactly.
He can fit in with the D tier because they balance each other out.
Yeah,
His
they
big
got the-
hips and her big arms.
Yep.
Can you guess
Balance.
what time period this is?
Also Tudor?
I honestly think this is A tier for me because I think it's
lovely.
really pretty.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that one. I think it's
I like a
really
good snood.
Mm-hmm. I just love the details and all the decorations.
I think it's Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, I think it's at Elizabeth on the side.
I got these on Pinterest, and honestly, if I didn't know my clothes, I wouldn't have no idea what the hell's going on because Pinterest is where resources go to die.
This didn't blow up well, but this is it. This is the fashion of an imperial official in China, I believe, Song Dynasty?
I love their stupid little hats.
I love their stupid little hats. I think it's B tier. I don't think it's super giving, but I think that it's iconic in its own right.
Yeah, I think that's fair. B tier is a fair.
B tier is a fair assessment for this guy.
Yeah.
This is Jin Dynasty. I think this one's stunning, personally.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I think that's S. Just the hair, the fit, the colors,
that's
the drape.
beautiful.
What do you think?
Yes.
S?
S tier.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then this is Wei Dynasty.
That's, oh my god, that's gorgeous.
It's beautiful, right?
Also
just
S tier.
Also S tier, because look at that. It's just the drape, the almost like lotus petals.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And I just always like kind of like the cross designs where it's asymmetrically symmetrical. That's what gets me. I love an asymmetrically symmetrical dress. Alright, this is definitely medieval.
It's Renaissance.
Renaissance.
It's Italian Renaissance.
Oh yeah, Italian. I can see now.
So,
yeah.
this is a time period when a lot of people's fashions were very similar yet very different, like regionally, especially like in Europe. In Italian Renaissance, they looked a lot like this. They were very like they had that like
yeah, it was kind of like the
empire waist, but it's a little bit more flattering.
Yeah, it's flattering because it doesn't like do a super A line on the skirt. It gives it more depth, so that way it contrasts well.
Yeah.
And I do like the sleeves. I'm gonna say this is.
I think this is like A tier or S tier for me.
Yeah, I'd say it's A tier. I love the look of it. I love the off the shoulder
it's
and kind of like
$14.95.
$14.95
according to the little fashion plate I pulled it from.
Gotcha. All right, A tier.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This next man.
Why this guy looking like John Wolfe?
He got a cod piece on.
He just got a cod. Immediate S tier. Fucking love a good cod piece.
Love a good cod piece.
Love a cod piece.
This is also the Renaissance period.
That tracks, yeah. I love the fur coat, the dripped out, the lines.
He's dripped. His PP is even outlined for us. We
Yeah, and
love
it's like,
a good cod piece.
And the pants aren't terribly poofy. They are just a nice, good orb.
Love a good cod piece.
Love a good cod piece. All right, we putting that in S tier.
Yeah, I wish we could be quoted on that. Love a good cod piece.
Love a good cod piece.
Quote Scarlet and Mish.
cod piece that looks like a cod, so that way I can open it up and you just see a cod. Like a cod flops out.
So this is
This
medieval.
is medieval.
Middle Ages.
Yeah.
I love a good hennin.
Love a good hennin, and I like all the layers. I think it's
But
pretty.
I think they're like mid.
Really? I'd say it's like A or B. What do you
Cod piece is a tit singular. Yeah. Oh, too bad I didn't put the picture on there of that one. She was a famous courtesan from like I think it was Tudor era or something. A courtesan, if you guys don't know what that is, that's like a sex worker, like a
high-end
sex worker. Like it wasn't as it wasn't respected like a typical job, but you were like a little bit more respected. Like you would be like you would
be
work
educated to a certain
Yep, educated. You would be a mistress to like a noble or a king.
degree.
That was a courtesan. And she had one of her art pieces painted of her. She loved one of her boobs so much that she let one of it flop out. I was saying I wish I could show you guys that. It's one of my favorite art pieces, that she had a favorite titty, and when she got a painting done of her, that she had it like out.
That's beautiful, because then having titties out, a singular tit out, was like a really famous like art thing that was done for a while. I don't really remember what period. You'd know more than me.
I don't know.
But it was a thing for a really long while, and then the Black Plague happened. No, there was like an outburst of like syphilis or something, and that made people cover their skin more. So then they stopped painting people with their tits out.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Syphilis is special.
Yeah, because it messes up your skin a lot. But yeah, but it was a big thing. It's why you see a lot of paintings with women with a singular tit out.
Yeah, she had hers out because it was her favorite one.
Yeah. Honestly, love a girl with a favorite tit.
But I think that's like a B or C tier.
Okay.
Not the titty. This fashion. Medieval fashion.
I'll join you on C. It could be better.
This is Iron Age clothes. This is what Nordic people were wearing Iron Age. So this is what my ancestors would have been wearing.
Honestly, it looks comfortable as fuck.
I want to make this so bad.
I think you can make the belt. Definitely.
Oh, yeah, I can weave the belts.
Yeah, you can.
But like they're usually made out of wool. They're just very simple. There's something called a peplum. It was essentially like, oops, sorry. So like there's be like another cover, and the top it would be like a square, and it would just fold over and flap open as like a little decorative piece. And then they would also cover their outfit if they could afford it, and metal spirals as like beads.
Yeah, because it was kind of like a thing of like, hey, I'm richer than you type thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Didn't they also like dye a lot of things like pink, because pink was one of those kind of rich people colors that was halfway affordable?
I'm not sure.
I know that pink during some era of history was like a big thing.
I know purple was. It was only allowed for royalty for a bit because it was like a really expensive color.
That's both in the Mediterranean area, the European area, and in China.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did dye things pink, but we don't have a lot of extant garments from that time period anymore. The best preserved one was found in a bog, and like all the fabric was preserved.
Yeah, gotta love bogs.
Yeah, along with like the skeletal remains.
The ultimate preserver. I'd give this an A. I'd wear it.
Yeah?
I think it's comfy.
My foot's asleep.
Oh.
And it needs to wake up.
You want me to bang some pots and pans?
No, I
don't get no sleep because of y'all.
Next one. Hello. I'm behind you. Babe.
Ooh.
S tier right away.
S tier. Yeah.
I love
the
ancient
drape.
Greek clothes. I want to make one someday, but I can't find good linen that's cheap enough for my constitution.
Yeah.
And my foot is asleep. Chat, help me.
Honestly, I like the 1950s silhouette. I think it's lovely personally.
I think it's alright. I would say it's a B. Like, it's okay for me.
I don't know. I think it's an A, but we can go B. Because it honestly, it depends. If it's that super flouncy skirt, I'm a super big fan, but if it's kind of the flatter silhouette, I'm not really super into it.
I think I'm the opposite.
Really? I don't know. This is
Oh,
like
the
one of...
pins and needles have already gotten me.
Ooh. Oh, this was one that I just got because I thought it was fun. Painted Knees in the 1920s. I think that's an automatic S tier. I think it's fun.
I think it's so cute. I love a good painted knee. They're so cute.
We're gonna...
Oh.
Whoop. That's not what I meant to do. We're gonna have to shrink it like that, but...
You're squishy.
She is the the painted knees are fine. She's okay. She's squeezed. Hate it. What the fuck is this?
This is 1930s, that bias cut I was telling you about.
I hate it.
I really like 1930s. This is just a really bad example. I could not find a really nice example of what it actually looks like. Like,
I don't know, it's just, it's giving the same kind of like, as, Regency outfits to me.
I have a better picture from one of the manors I went to. I took pictures of the clothes there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's a C for me. I'm not a big fan.
I love it, so I would say it's like an A. So we can compromise and put it in a B.
I think that's fine. I think what we're learning from this is that we like more fashion than we hate fashion.
Yes.
Oh, this is bustle period. Ugh.
Can you guess?
No.
What year? Try. I believe in you.
Oh gosh. Bustles. The upward silhouette is giving like 18 like is it in the 18 is it after 1850?
Yes.
Okay, is it 1870?
Really close. 1880s.
1880s. Okay.
1880s. You can put a tea tray on her little keystern. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I like the top, but I'm not a big fan of the bustle. Personally.
I think they're okay. I would say a C for me.
I'm gonna go with C as well. It's not my favorite. No, it's not. That's not 1890. That's
Mm-mm.
What is it?
So this is also in the bustle period.
Oh, this is also 1880.
No, it's 1870s.
Yep.
So this is the natural form era, and I don't like it.
I'm not a big fan of it. I feel like it'd be awful to walk in. I'm not gonna lie.
The skirts were a lot more poofier than they look in the picture. You actually had a crinoline that went down the entire way to have space for you to walk.
Okay, good. Still don't like it. Oh, this is 1860s. Unless I'm completely off the mark.
Yes. So this is like early 1860s.
I was always kind of a fan of this. I don't know. I liked the kind of off the shoulders and the poof. It was one of the only eras that I was really big on the poof.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan so much of like the bell-shaped toque of early 1860s, so I would say it's maybe a C for me.
Okay. I'm more of kind of like a B. It's not my favorite era in history, but let's compromise and do a C, because I'm like, ooh, I just grabbed way too much. I don't know. It's like, it's one of those that I grew up on it, you know, Green... What was that movie? Oh, like, something about wind?
Gone with the Wind?
Gone
Green with the Wind.
There's something to do with green in that movie. I don't know, I'm not really fucking with it.
That is 1865.
I'm not fucking with it.
So, fun fact, the dresses don't really change so much. The only thing that actually changes is actually the shape of the hoop. So you can actually yep, it's a lot longer in the back.
Gotcha.
That's what it is. So, can I see mouse?
Yeah.
So, while this one is just like a boop bell, like that little arch, this one is instead of just an arch, it has a little pillow in the back, or like the cage is a lot longer in the back, so it goes further out. I like this period more. I think you would too if it wasn't this design.
Yeah, I think if it were a different design, I'm just not really vibing with the stripes and everything.
Honestly, these, so these gals, same thing. They would look almost exactly the same. Their dresses, these are just evening dresses. These are just day dresses. They could have been wearing these tops too.
Gotcha.
We
I'd give it a B. We had this on C. I'd give that a if it were those dresses with that shape to it, I think I'd give it a B.
Okay. I'll give it a B too to compromise. For me, that's an A.
Mm.
I really love the elliptical era of 1860s. There you go. You can have your mouse back.
Okay. Ooh. This feels like colonial. Because it was that... But not really.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is colonial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep, so that's the version of colonial I really like.
Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of it. I like the top.
For me, that's S tier for me.
Yeah,
it's less crazy.
Yeah, that's A to S tier for me. I like it. Let's compromise and put S. I'm down. Yeah? Yeah?
So this is the real trend at one point. So there's a story behind this. Can you guess what year this is?
1760?
No. This is actually 1800s. This is
What?
Regency period.
Oh.
So, as we know in Bridgerton, like, they would, like, have the girls, like, go up to the queen. They'd be wearing their really pretty white empire waist gowns and curtsy to her. No, wrong. So, Queen Charlotte did not like the new empire waist style. She wanted the, whoop, I keep smacking your mic. She wanted the old-fashioned, like, panniers of the past.
That's awful.
But the young ladies were like, no, that's so old-fashioned, we don't want to do that. So what they did was they kept the empire waist
And
fashion that was
swapped it.
new coming in, and then just added the panniers on for court gowns. So this is typically just a court gown in the 1800s. So imagine
that's an E right there.
imagine you're looking for a wife, and this is what she'd be wearing.
I'd just stay single. What the fuck? Hate it. Thank you.
But like it's interesting because like she would not be wearing this typically. She'd wear something like this.
Yeah, just a court.
But unfortunately, the court says otherwise.
Comparable Regency gown. Ooh, this is pretty. This is a petticoat.
Yeah,
I like it.
so that's in the 1700s. Super popular for quilted petticoats. I like them. I think it's an A tier for me.
I'll go air. A. I think it's pretty.
You go air?
Yeah, I go air. I go whoop. Ooh. Me
Those
going
are
out to the
1600s.
party. I'd be going out in those. I'd say that's A tier.
Slay.
What would you say, my love?
I, for me, think that's a C tier.
Okay, we can compromise on B.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you love me if I wore those shoes? The hesitation. Yeah.
Oh, pretty dresses.
Okay. Damn. All right. Now I know what not to wear. All right. I'd say that's a pretty good layout. Sometimes it's okay to say no. This is one of them. Fair enough. All right. Shall we move on to our next thing, love?
Yes, sorry, I'm trying to
Okay.
find a nice picture of those evening gowns for you.
Okay. So our next thing is Pokemon for trustworthiness to hold my drink at a party. Do I feel like I could trust them with my drink at a party? And I found the Pokédex and we can randomize.
I don't know anything about Pokemon.
Me neither. That's why it's gonna be great. So if you're one of those shoes, I would preserve you. Maybe just not in the glass box.
Oh man?
Alright, we've got this one to start with. Hopefully you're not too big. Please don't be too big. Okay, ooh! Okay, this is apparently a Swirlix and it's a fairy type. Fairy automatically gives I think that I could fairly trust this guy with my drink at a party. I think that, there is the potential that they would get distracted and not pay attention totally to my drink, so there's a potential that something could happen to it, but I think overall, it would be protective of my drink. What do you think? It's a fairy type.
I don't trust fairies. D.
I'd say B. Do you want to, can we compromise on C?
Sure.
Cool.
I suppose I can.
It's like, I think that the Swirlix could hold my drink at a party. Alright, no, let's go down this list and then we'll do. Alright, this guy, our next one is a, Clink Clang.
A what?
A Clink Clang, apparently. It's a, steel type.
Oh, instantly I don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't trust that. That looks like a Republican. I do not trust it with my drink.
Hello?
Tell me it doesn't.
Cling Clang is a Republican. Okay. I don't know anything about Pokemon, so I guess I'll trust that that's a Republican.
I don't know anything about Pokemon either. This is just immediate. Alright, this is a Slowbro. It's water and psychic.
I'm a Slowbro too.
I think I could trust this guy. I mean, it's got psychic powers and seems friendly enough. Seems like a bear.
I don't trust it.
You don't trust
He's
it?
got someone eating his tail and he's unaware.
That is fair. I think it's a parasitic relationship is the thing, but it gives the slow thing psychic powers.
Yeah, see, I don't trust that though. Like, what if it just is unaware of my drink being taken?
I guess that's fair, and the part that actually seems to have a mind to it is on the tail. So it would be hard for it to see my drink in the front. I'd give it a D. I mean, it would try, but I don't think it would do well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fully trust my drink with a Slowbro. I mean, slow is in the name. Oh, Totodile, you wouldn't even be allowed in a bar. You are a child.
Yeah,
I'm not trusting that with my, I'm not trusting that with my drink. Ooh. You would trust Slowbro with the last bit of your drink that you wouldn't mind losing. Exactly. Alright, this is a Dewat, which is a water type. This guy seems on guard. This guy seems like he would be the-
Oh yeah, I trust this one. I trust this one.
That's an S tier right there. That would keep my drink safe. What is this?
Avalugg?
Avalugg. It's an ice type. I don't even know if you could hold my drink, bro. I think it would be kind of like a guard dog type situation where it would bark at someone but it wouldn't be able to fully. I'd give it a B.
Yeah.
B. I think it would give it a good old college try. He is the table. Yeah. Avalugg. No, Armaldo.
But here's 1930s again.
Oh, that's actually kind of pretty. I like it.
Yeah. I was trying to find the right silk satin dress this entire time.
This is an Armaldo. It is a rock and a bug type. I'd give it a C. I feel like it might try depending on the day, but I don't think it would be all that focused on guarding my drink.
I don't trust him.
What do you think?
D.
I can go with that. I don't think it's super trustworthy. Ooh. This one's either a hard yes or a hard no. This is a Milotic. It is a water type. I feel like if we'd known each other well enough beforehand and we'd like had a relationship, it would pay attention and take care of my drink, and I would give that an A. But I feel like if we weren't initially friends, probably not. It would just be like, oh, I'll guard your drink. Then I would set it to the side and not care.
Yeah, I don't trust it either. I feel like it has nefarious ideas.
I give it a C.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that.
The pattern on its tail is cool.
It is really pretty. I like it. Another one where it's, what are you doing here? Without a trusted adult. Another one where I would say that's an E. You are a child. You should not be in here.
I would trust him.
You would trust him?
Yeah, I would.
What would you rate?
I would probably put an A. I feel like they're innocent, but they would, like, do their job.
They'd try?
Yeah.
I can go with that. I'll agree with you on that front. He definitely hold the drink. I think Cubone would I could trust Cubone with my drink. Look at that. Look at that strong little guy. You still shouldn't be allowed in the bar, but I feel like at a family gathering, at a family party.
I feel like very similarly with the little horsey.
Yeah.
Horsey.
Horsey. I feel yeah, I'd give Cubone an A tier. Zongoose. Who are you, little man? Who are you, little guy?
I don't trust him.
I feel like grumpy uncle that might but wouldn't pay enough attention. I'd give that a B.
I was gonna say B.
Yeah. Alright. Silicobra. I automatically do not trust this guy. Silicobra.
Oh, I
That
don't
gives a
either.
D.
I don't either, yeah, D.
Almost like old grandpa that just would fall asleep while guarding it. Or just not care. Just be like, why do you need me to watch your drink? We're all family here. It's like, I don't think you understand. Alright. Let's see what we got.
I immediately don't trust this guy. I need to get more water.
Yeah,
so
I don't trust that. E tier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instantly, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I wish Jelly were watching this. I feel like Jelly would have so many arguments.
Jelly would have so many opinions. Gotta do this one with Jelly at some point. Oh! Gotta make Jelly review all of our decisions in order to just look at us like we're stupid. Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe a drink stream. Oh, that'd be fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna wait till Scarlet comes back, but I don't know. I trust this guy. I'd give it a B. A Cinderace, which is a fire type. I feel like this guy would protect your drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'd give like a B or an A. What do you think?
Yeah. I would say an A.
Alright, let's put an A.
Can you also send a screenshot of this to me so I can send to my friend Eric who grew up with Pokemon and knows them all by heart like that?
Yeah, I can do that. But yeah, they'll kick anyone's ass who tries, exactly. Alright. The next one is a Talo, which is a normal and a flying type.
Oh, it's like a sparrow!
Yeah, it's gonna be a Spearow!
Sorry if you hear me. Chewing on candy, I'm eating a Jolly Rancher.
I don't know. This guy gives me mixed feelings. I feel like
he'd only help you if something was in it for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's say a C.
Yeah, I'd give a C. Yeah, exactly. How dare you eat a sweet? Can't believe you do that. On my Christmas,
Ha ha ha. Nom nom nom.
This guy is no thoughts head empty. I do not trust this guy with
Yeah, I
my
don't
drink.
trust him.
Magnemite. I trust you more with a pickle than with my drink. I'd say D tier. This guy's not paying attention.
Yeah, I would say E tier, but I feel like he wouldn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, he just wouldn't be paying attention. Or another. Wait, B. actually think that I might be
In
able to trust
Pokemon
this guy.
world, this is labeled as normal.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't understand Pokemon.
I feel like I could trust this guy.
I don't know the Pokemans.
I think it would be B or C for me on this guy. I think he would definitely try. He would definitely keep an eye on it. He might accidentally like get to talking with someone else and just misplace it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
I'd say give the good old college try. Oh, this is another. What are you doing here? I feel like this is a kid at the family reunion that you would hand your drink to.
Instantly, C.
Yeah, wouldn't even try.
Actually, no, D. D.
Yeah, I'd say it's like it's not its fault. It's just too young. It doesn't know better. It would end up spilling it on the grass, and maybe crying.
He looks like his one brain cell's a little too busy.
Yeah.
In someone else's head.
Yeah, I have no doubt it would feel bad if something happened to the drink, but I don't think that it would do a good job. You're an E tier. I don't like this one.
Yeah. There's something about him that's shifty.
It gives me the vibe of, you know, that one purple grape head motherfucker from My Hero Academia?
Oh, Mineta.
Yeah, it gives me Mineta vibes, and I definitely don't like that. Yeah, you're going E tier, buddy.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust you.
I think he's E tier. I don't trust him.
Yeah, I don't trust. You look like you got nefarious vibes.
Mm-hmm. Mammosoin?
This is either another, Kling Clang, but to me, it seems more like a dad. I feel like it would protect my drink. I feel like this would be a trustworthy individual, S tier, at a bar. This guy would be guarding your drink like a motherfucker.
I don't know. Maybe B tier.
Compromise on A, because I
Yeah.
think I would trust this one with my drink.
If Pokemon were real, I'd be terrified.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That'd be awful. I feel like it's funny that most of the vibes are nefarious.
B.
Yeah, B.
I feel like only under dire circumstances would you trust this guy with your drink.
Yeah. But it would try. Just wouldn't be a first choice. Alright. You ain't even looking at it. That's a C tier to me right there.
I would say D.
I'll join you in D. You're not even paying attention, bud. Oh, this guy's an immediate E tier. I do not trust this with my drink.
Oh, yeah, no.
Absolutely fucking not.
No.
You would pour hot sauce in my drink and then laugh. Maybe let's just do that. A fracture? Why are you... Everything is slowly sliding down. We may... Oh gosh. Oh boy. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. Cool. Hello? Okay. This is an Iron Thorns. It is rock and electric. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would go, "Where's my hug?" but would be ultimately harmless. I'd say D.
You say what?
I'd say D.
D? I was gonna say B.
Compromise on C?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It just seems like a where's my hug guy. Why are you guys... Okay, I need to start doing don't format, I guess. A Beautifly.
No, he'll drink it.
Yeah, you'll drink it. I feel like it would be an accident, though. It would just be like,
Would it?
holding it in its hand, and then it would take a sip, and then
Would
oh
it?
shit. At least that's what it would say.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
I don't know, I'm giving it a C.
I was gonna say a C or a D.
Where did it go? Hello? Why are they going more down?
We just looked at this guy. Oh no. I don't like this one.
Yeah, this is just, it's getting steadily worse and I don't know how to feel about it.
I don't like this
I don't
one.
trust that.
I don't like it.
I
What
don't
is
like
this?
That's a broom. It is a steel and a poison.
I don't like it at all. What
I'm
is
giving
that?
it an E. I don't. This is another Republican. I don't trust you motherfuckers with my drink. Oh, this guy's definitely not paying attention.
Yeah, no. I like how we have only one in S tier.
Yeah.
We really like fashion, but really don't trust Pokemon.
The dichotomy of man. This is a Whismer. And I would give this a C.
I was gonna say B, but yeah, C works.
No, you can go B. Honestly, let's pat out the B.
That's not how this works.
It's...
Maybe this can be our last row before we go to the next
yeah.
thing.
That's what
We
I'm
have to
thinking, too.
screenshot it for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Alright, you heard me crunch.
I might go back on stream and then screenshot it that way later.
Mm-hmm.
Clowitzer. I don't trust this guy.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm B.
Actually, I might just take a picture now instead of while we're doing this. I don't trust it.
I give it a D.
Yeah.
Just purely based on vibes. You are not taking care of my drink. Clefable, on the other
I
hand.
forgot I had Jelly in here as a baby girl husband.
Clefable, I would trust with my drink. Clefable's out here doing the most.
Yeah, let's say S tier.
I'd say S tier for Clefable. This guy's an E tier though. This is a Cuffer Greach.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
I do not trust this guy with my drink. You would do something to it. Defo. Alright, last one?
Yeah.
Alright, I feel like this one's gonna be another no too.
Really, I actually would think I might say S tier.
I would actually, yeah.
I think he'd be trustworthy.
Zekrom I can trust with the drink, I think. You seem like you'd be protective.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry, taking a picture of this for my friends. So stupid.
Alright, so here's our final Pokemon trustworthiness and holding my drink at a party, purely based on vibes, because we know nothing about Pokemon. Alright. Jelly's gonna- I was just gonna be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Alright. So, next one we've got ridiculous historical events. Yeah?
Jolie's typing right away.
Oh, I don't remember the... One second, let me look up the... Oh, plus N. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's not...
What are you trying to do?
The hotkey for, text boxes. I never remember. We'll just do this. Alright, so, we got some ridiculous historical events. Do we want to start with yours?
Ooh, I have to kind of pull them from the top of my head.
Okay.
If you want to start with yours.
Yeah.
Do you have them in a list?
Honestly, I just pulled up a thing on the scroller. So, the first one I've got is the ancient king who couldn't ride a horse. King He Jong from the 15th century. Let me format that a little bit better. On here. And we'll just copy this. Alright, so there was an ancient Korean king that couldn't really ride horses well, and he fell off of his horse while hunting. And the recorder, we have this in history because the recorder recorded it. He recorded that King Taejong fell off his horse, and then Emperor Taejong turned around to the recorder and said that this has to be struck from the record, and tried to destroy the report, but the recorders copied it down and hid it in increasingly obscure places, so kept on hiding the report, and also noted down in a report that King Taejong was trying to get the report destroyed in history. So it was just this battle back and forth of trying to destroy historical records and trying to hide the fact that he fell off of his horse. And I just think it's funny because your pride is that wounded.
Never show up at your home. We couldn't get your expert opinion. It had to be based off vibes,
Exactly.
Jelly.
It was about vibes.
It was about vibes. It's about vibes. It was about power. We stay hungry.
Yeah,
we
devour.
Pokemon.
We Pokemon. I think this is a B tier. I don't think it's the funniest thing out there, but I think it's certainly funny that this guy's pride was so wounded and that they had to essentially do a Looney Tunes style bit with the recorders versus the king. I'd say it's a B. What do you think? B?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, King Taejong. You will live forever, known as the emperor who can't ride a fucking horse. I know where you live. I also know where you live. This threat goes both ways. The second one is, there was a guy who apparently sold the Eiffel Tower twice. And I just think that's really fucking funny. Oh, I missed a... One second. I missed a... I'd say that's a D tier. It's not the funniest thing in the world, but... It's definitely one of those that's like, oh, and then you move on.
I would say probably D.
Yeah. Alright, we're in agreement. Alright, next one is... Apparently there was a monkey during the Napoleonic Wars that got caught on when a French ship got sunk. And the only survivor was the captain's pet monkey, who was dressed in a French military uniform. And when the locals tried to hang it, because according to the law, any French military member...
Sorry, I mentioned my child, one of my friends, and he's like, bro, Evelyn got robbed. Bro, it's a little table made of ice. He'd be perfect to set a drink on. Never mind, I now realize this is to prevent someone from spiking your drink. My male privilege is showing.
That's funny.
Oh, Eric, I love you.
Eric is great. But essentially they tried to hang the monkey as a spy because the British law was that any Frenchman was to be hung as a spy, but they couldn't hang the monkey because it kept climbing up the rope because it's a monkey. I think that's S tier comedy right there.
Yeah,
that's really funny.
That's special.
That's special. Imagine getting beat by a monkey. Couldn't be me. Actually, could be me. I'm not smarter than a monkey. There was an entire song about this. Alright. Oh, yeah!
Oh, Eli made some very interesting corrections.
Alright, there is a story about Persian King Xerxes who got upset with the ocean for ruining his bridge and he ordered his soldiers to punish it by whipping it with chains 300 times and poking it with red-hot irons. Handcuffs were also tossed into the water to symbolize the sea's submission to his authority. So Xerxes was having beef with the literal sea.
I think that's A tier, because that's some
A-tier
like
right there.
that's some like alpha male BS if I've ever heard it. Come on.
Yeah, that's
It's the ocean.
it's the ocean.
Get a
You are
grip.
not going to beat the ocean. I love the tossing of the handcuffs at the end. Like, I've beaten you.
Beaten
It's like,
you.
no, you haven't. You fool. Wait, why did that do that?
I had another. Oh my god, I'm trying to make a list of my own because I have a bunch.
Oh, Andrew Jackson had a parrot that he taught how to swear, and during his funeral, the parrot just kept on swearing. I feel like that's a C tier. It's not the funniest thing in the world, but honestly, if there was a parrot that was cursing up a storm at my funeral, I think that I would pass on to the afterlife happy. What do you think?
I think that's like, I feel like that's a basic thing.
Yeah, it's kind of basic. It's not really. Okay, I'm back. Please review my revision. I don't. What's your revision?
Oh, I'll have to tell the revision. We'll have to.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's.
Yeah, Jelly made a
It's not
revision.
really-
Also, hello, welcome.
Hi.
We're just tier listing historical events. We did historical clothes. We did Pokemon. There's historical fashion. Then we did Pokemon. This is Jelly's fix. Jelly says that.
Okay.
But
so-
Jelly, we cannot change this. This is based on our vibes of not knowing.
Yeah, this is neither of us.
But
have
we did
played-
review your revision.
We reviewed your revision and we nodded. This is specifically Pokemon just based off of vibes, trustworthiness, and holding my drink at a party.
We don't know anything about Pokemon.
We don't.
I know, Jelly, that's the point.
That's the
We're
point.
wrong. We don't
We're-
know. I agree with you. We don't know anything about Pokemon.
And now we are on ridiculous historical events.
Yeah.
yeah. You're not letting me copy you. Alright. The next one is. Oh, the story of Thagomizer. Alright, so. It's how in 1982, I'm just gonna read it straight. In 1982, cartoonist Gary Larson drew a cartoon of a caveman giving a classroom lecture, pointing to the spikes on a Stegosaurus dinosaur tail and calling that the Thagomizer after the late Thag Simmons. That particular arrangement of tail spikes had no name at the time, so scientists who were fans of Larson unofficially named it the Thagomizer. I think that's beautiful, personally. I'd give that an A. Just the ridiculous nonsense of, LOL, we don't have a name for this anyways, so this random cartoonist. Let's go with what
Yes.
he said. Okay?
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. It's one of those nonsense ones that's just fun. Alright. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. Oh no, it's not Lithuanian, it's Liechtenstein. So in 1866, Liechtenstein went to war, and their army left with 80 men. They came back from war with 81 men, because they made a friend with someone on the enemy's side. There were no casualties, and they ended up bringing back a friend to Liechtenstein.
Interesting.
And I think that's S tier. I think that's the funniest
I think
shit.
that's great, S tier.
Liechtenstein, the country that you are. Alright, what do we got next? Um. So So apparently one time, President Jimmy Carter was paddling in a rowboat and was subsequently attacked by a rabbit. The rabbit leapt from shore, swam deliberately towards the boat, and then tried to go after President Carter while in the boat, and he ended up splashing the rabbit with water to try and drive it away. But apparently the rabbit was actively going after President Carter to attack him.
That's amazing.
Oh, what are you gonna?
I honestly think that's A. That's great.
That's hilarious. Why do I keep on turning that off every single time? Oh, this one's funny. So, Germany was trying to make a decoy airfield and filled it with wooden fake planes in Holland during World War II. But when they finally finished it up, the British Army attacked and they dropped wooden bombs on it to show that they knew that it was a fake. So essentially in World War II, Germany put all of this effort and all of this time and all of this money into making a fake airfield, and Britain already knew what it was.
That's funny.
I'd say that's a C.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the funniest thing in the world, but I think it's pretty good.
I think it's goofy.
It's
Alright,
goofy.
I have a few. Alright. So some of these aren't fully, like, historically... They're, like, in newspapers. Some of them are from, like, Victorian era, like, newspapers. A story of a gentleman. Right. I'll tell the story. You can write what it is. So, a gentleman, there's a lot of pockets in tailcoats. A gentleman bought some eggs, put them in his tailcoat, proceeded to go to the opera, forget, and sit down. And it was, like, the talk of the town for a bit. It was, like, in the newspaper that this happened.
I'd say that one's an A. That's freaking
Go
funny.
for it. They get better. Another tailcoat story. Gentleman proceeded to buy some food from the market. He bought some beans, didn't have a bag with him, so they put him in his tailcoat pocket. Proceeded to catch the eye of a bunch of ladies walking by, watching him bend over with someone pouring beans down what looks like his butt, and he proceeds to run away.
Oh, that's S tier. That is the worst embarrassment.
No, these are both in newspapers. I cannot find them, but I remember them. I remember them because I laughed so hard at the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Australia Emu Wars.
The Australia Emu Wars!
So, Australia went to war with the emus and lost.
It's one of my favorites. It's also on my list.
Really?
Yeah, that's S tier.
Yeah,
right
they
there.
tried to shoot the emus, didn't realize that emus were not that large. They're just very fluffy. Anyways, yeah, they lost the war to emus.
Yeah.
I think, from the emu, that's one of my favorites. I think that's an S tier for me.
Yeah, that's an S tier right there. How do you lose to birds?
Alright, so this is about the Donner Party, if anyone knows what that is. They were going west, made a very horrible decision, and proceeded to get stuck and start to eat each other. Because they're at the bottom of the mountain during winter.
Yeah.
The thing in here is that they actually had natives helping them. So they're like, oh yeah, okay, we can stop eating each other now. We finally have help. But this one guy just goes, no, I'm gonna continue to do this.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. One guy just continued.
Oh god.
So it's like that one guy at the Donner Party.
I gotta give that a B tier.
Yeah, same.
It's like, okay, bud. You do that, I guess. Why? Okay. What else you got?
Alright, then I also have, I can't remember what murders they were, but they were like in the South, and it was, if people, he sent this message that were like, if you guys kept jazz music playing
Oh my
all
gosh,
through
it's
the
like-
night,
it's like
I
an axe
won't hurt
murderer.
you. Yeah, it was an axe murderer.
It was the...
And sure enough, people played jazz music all through the night, and no one was murdered that night.
Yeah, I remember this one.
It was
The
New
axe one?
Orleans, there you go. Yeah.
It was Axeman.
Yeah, it was like some sort of Axeman. I'd say B.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a B.
The 1518 dancing plague.
Oh my god, I love this one.
1518, a bunch of people started dancing and they could not stop. It was a mass hysteria. People literally danced until they died.
They just keel over.
Yep.
I think that one's iconic.
Oh yeah, I think that's an S tier. That one's
that
for
was
me
an
is an
S tier.
iconic.
Sometimes you just dance until you drop. Quite literally.
People fearing tomatoes.
Oh yeah!
People used to fear tomatoes because, their plates and stuff, the acid from the tomatoes would react to it and it would poison you if you ate them. But they figured out it was actually fine if they ate off ceramic plates.
I feel like that's a D tier. It's kind of like a...
The 1922 Straw Hat riots. So there was a huge thing of a bunch of people going around and, like, smacking people's straw hats off their heads and, like, taking them and, like, breaking them and ruining straw hats. And it turned into an entire thing. Kids were doing it, too.
Oh?
To the point police were involved and were arresting people for ruining their straw hats. This was a New York issue.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I think it's a C.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Thomas Jefferson getting mac and cheese banned from cabinet meetings. He used to eat it in there and everyone thought mac and cheese was like a really gross thing at the time. And he would bring it in there and just eat it and people were like, ugh. Anyways, so he got snacks banned at cabinet meetings.
Oh my gosh. Of course he did.
Including his mac and cheese. Thomas Jefferson liked mac and cheese.
I'd say that's a B or an A. What do you think?
I think B.
Yeah. Imagine macking on something so bad that you get it banned. Alright.
Mary Shelley losing her virginity on her mother's grave.
That's iconic!
Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein.
That one's iconic. That one's an S tier right there. Alright, anything else? Two more? Cool.
A Young Girl's Diary. So, there's a passage in A Young Girl's Diary where she just goes on a rampant, like, rage about how, this is like an 20s, 30s young woman, and she's complaining about, like, her grandparents and all of their, no, maybe it was 50s, but she was complaining about, like, all, like, her grandparents from, like, the 1800s. Their dresses were so sheer, their boobs were coming out of their dress, they wore so much rouge, and they were roaring drunk and flailing at a party. It was so inappropriate. It was like a Gen Z complaining at a boomer barbecue.
I think that's funny, but I think that's kind of an E tier. It's like, grow up.
I wouldn't say it's like not like an E tier. It's just like a show of like different Victoria taking the throne and how much influence she had. I would say it's a D.
Gotcha. I'll get with you on that one.
But yeah, it's an actual diary thing. She went on a whole like rant about it. It was so funny reading it. She was just appalled.
It's fun to hear like about kind of the random changes in what's considered appropriate and what's not throughout the ages.
Yes. The last one is that I have is the British cobra problem.
Oh my gosh, where
they needed to get rid of cobras, and they started paying a hefty sum for people to kill cobras and bring them the bodies, but people realized that breeding cobras costs less than selling them. So people would breed cobras and kill them and then sell them, to the point where, like, England had an issue with too many cobras.
Yeah, it would just increase the cobra population.
Yep.
They stopped paying. I'd say that's an A tier. That's kind of getting punked. What do you think?
Yeah. My footsie sleep again.
Oh.
I love a good emu.
Cheese!
Hi, Cheese! What's up?
We're rating ridiculous historical events. Okay, what else do we got? Alright, so I've got a thing called the Kettle War. where apparently in 1784, the Dutch Kingdom and Holy Roman Empire had a very short naval battle, and the only thing that got hit was a kettle full of soup.
Huh.
And it was the only shot that was fired. The only cannonball. They did one spurt, hit a kettle, and all went, alright, pack it up, let's go home. I'd say that one's funny, but I don't think that was really, like, high on the list. I'd say C, maybe D. What do you think?
I would say a C.
Gotcha.
Sorry, my legs falling asleep again.
Very good.
So I'll be standing up. I'm also getting kind of tired.
Gotcha. Maybe we just finish up. Would it be alright if we did maybe 2 more historical events? Then can we please do the nail salon one with MXTX?
I don't know how long I'll be able to stay up. I
Alright.
get very sleepy around 9ish.
Fair enough.
I am
alright.
not. You are so much more powerful than I. I don't know how you can stream the way you do.
Alright.
I'm an old lady.
Maybe we can do that one another time?
Yes, and I can get my little PNG thing going.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. It is a great list. I love horrible history.
Oh, this one's funny. Alright, 2 more. Then we'll call this one a...
I might have one more.
Alright. There was one guy in Pompeii that survived the outbreak of Vesuvius, like, erupting. Just to be crushed by a huge boulder that was hurtling through the air. So he survived the initial eruption only to get crushed by a boulder.
Oh no. Oh no. I would say that's an A. That's kind of
like,
awful, but
that's...
entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Like, bad luck. Alright. Yeah? What do you got?
Hans Christian Andersen being very emotional, he would get bad reviews and go cry in Charles Dickens's lawn.
I love that one! And apparently he would just, like,
he would just
invite
show up
him-
and
yeah.
cry in his lawn, and then, Charles' wife would be like, "Your friend's in the lawn again."
He would just show up uninvited a lot,
Yeah,
apparently,
just
to other
crying.
people's houses.
Yep.
I'd say that's an S tier. I love a dramatic king.
Yeah.
Honest, writer's drama was just on another level. Alright.
Right. Male writers were so slightly homoerotic and very, very
special.
emotional.
Oh god, they were special. Alright. I'd say that's a pretty good list. None of the E tier. Which is probably for the best. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Alright. I think that's good to go. Woohoo! Alright.
We did 3 of them tonight.
Yeah.
Next time we can do more. Then we
Yeah.
have enough for next time.
Yeah, because we've got 4 for next time.
Yeah.
Which, it's gonna be so fun, because for this one, I've read all the novels, but I know that you haven't.
Yeah, no, I have
So
no
it's
idea
gonna be
what's
very much
happening.
on vibes. Alright. I think this would be a good time.
Yeah, the people fearing tomatoes. That one.
That was so fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, they're so poisonous. Bro, it's your plates.
It's plates,
It's your
that's the
plate.
problem. Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for our randomized tier lists. We hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you guys have differing opinions,
let us know for next time.
yeah, let us know for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, one of my favorite random facts. Yeah, it's fun.
Mine is the emu wars and the men with their tailcoat problems.
Yeah.
Putting beans in there and stuff. Pocket full of beans.
Pocket full of beans. I love the Liechtenstein one so much. If your opinions differ, you are wrong. I was going to jokingly say that, and then I'm like, I probably shouldn't say that.
I have to behave. Scarlett's here.
Yeah, I've got
Mitch
to
says.
behave. I gotta behave for half a second. I can get whacked upside the head right now. I've gotta be on best behavior. Yeah, you don't. Heck yeah. Don't behave. Don't be on your best behavior.
Maybe next time I'll have my little PNG and stuff figured out.
Yeah.
So we aren't one entity.
Yeah, mashed into one.
Mashed into one entity. We
We are separate individuals.
Oh, I just tried to combine our name and I just realized that's a ship name.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What would our
Scarlet Mischief?
Scarlet Mischief? Ooh. Yeah, I guess it's a
Yeah.
Scarsh?
Scarlet Murder.
Scarlet Murder. Ooh. Alright, Mima, I decide to not behave because I am a Canadian. As you should. Good for you, Cheese.
I was gonna say, no. Don't do that.
Do that.
Don't do that,
that.
you silly goose.
Do it.
What
You know
the
you
heck?
want to. Alright. Let me see who I can send you guys off to. Thank you guys again just so much for joining. Who's around? Who's around and vibing? Let's send you over to It's Fangirl15. Alright.
Woohoo! Thank you for joining.
Oh, that didn't want to work. Come on. Come on, I need to work. There we go. Alright. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Go ahead and give Fangirl15 a big ol' stare and a big ol' hi for me. And remember, just like she said, if your opinions differ, you are wrong. Alright,